自分にお任せあれって。
Hey, what's up, man? Hello. Sorry, I'm doing like 15 things at once. Talking to the Overrider developer because they just shadow dropped an update, and I'm trying to help them. Hope you're doing well. Sorry, I'm like triple tasking right now. Let me see here. We got wind this week. I don't want to spend too long on this because I gotta prioritize Pirate Warriors this stream because of the update. The update's in like 3 days. Let's see, who does she go with? I could probably roll with this actually. It's this gun kata chick. I forget what her name is, Parvati. Yeah, I can roll with that. Let's get this done. Yeah. Black Beacon announced end of service today. I was just talking about it in my Discord, how inept that publisher was. No PC ports, no controller support. Favoritism towards the CN version is just a hot mess. I'm surprised that game lasted as long as it did. Apparently the CN version probably isn't going to last much longer either. I think it's going to be like Peak of Combat with Reverse, which was basically they shut down the CN version for global. I've been reading about that today. Very inept developers. Well, they did a good job burying that game by themselves. It was very much a self-inflicted problem, especially because they advertised the game as being from ex-Kuro staff, the people who made PGR. The problem is, it's very clear that they're ex-Kuro staff for a reason. It's very clear they're ex-Kuro staff for a reason. Because the mishandling of that game needs to be studied. How poorly they ran it into the ground. They don't really think that them being ex-Kuro staff is something to be proud of. given how they ran that game, it really doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like they were ex-staff for any positive reason. It really did feel like they got canned from the company or something. Launching without a PC port is idiotic at this point. There's a number of things that lead into why that is, but the main one really is just it sucks to play these games on mobile. I mean, like, this game is an exception. This game actually runs pretty well. And it has native controller support, but, like, the more popular gacha games are trash to play on mobile. And minimum, you should at least have controller support. If you can't do a native PC port, there should be controller support, period. And, people are clapping back about that, I mean, which is a good thing. Like, it's not really entitled to expect to have something like that if you're playing an action game of all things. They were stupid to think that they could get away with not having that. There are games like this that did not have a PC port at launch. The difference between a game like this and Black Beacon and PGR, neither of those games had a PC port in day one. The difference was that they were actually playable on mobile. There's a pretty big difference. There's been... people basically admit that you can't even play, like Genshin Impact or Wuthering Waves on mobile, basically, because of how good of a phone you need, and then also the fact that they don't have controller support. So, if there was some actual reason why they didn't have a PC port, it's still not an excuse for everything else wrong with the game, in my opinion, because a game like that is way easier to run than, like, a, you know, like an open world gacha, like all the ones that are coming up in the next few months. Like, they're way easier to run, right? So, controller support should be, like, the bare minimum. Like, that's what you expect there to be if it's a smaller game like this that's instance-based, and, you know, you don't need a you know, rich content creator phone to play it. This game is a lot more accessible. Games like this, not just this game, but games like this that are like instanced are way more like actually playable on phones than the big open world games. I play Wuthering Waves too. I'm not dunking on that game. What I'm saying is there's actually a market for games like this still, despite a lot of people thinking they're outdated because they actually work on mobile. Wuthering Waves is like barely playable on mobile. So the developers or the publishers ever made that decision, they're the ones that really killed off that game. It never had a chance. There's been gacha games that have had controller support for like years now, and I've played a big chunk of them, including this. I used to play this game on CN. I have a CN account for this. I am absolutely the market for games like this. I didn't even really see that many people sad that it's dying. It's more that they're surprised it lasted as long as it did, which I think is not a good sign. What's up, Powerfoot? How you doing? Just finishing up my homework here. We're gonna check out the Overrider update. How you doing? Hope you had a good day. Oh, of course, Alvy's here for the waifus, of course. Of course. He's got his waifu signal like Batman. Of course, as always. I play the waifu games, he's here. If I go play like Kamen Rider right now, he's gonna bail. Sorry, I need to walk my dog. Or I've got class at 8:30 at night. I need to go to class at 8:30 p.m. Sorry, I can't stick around. Hope you have a good stream. Yeah, I saw that Absalom was nominated for Best Indie Game. That's pretty much all I care about, because obviously I played a very small part in that game's development. That would be something cool to say, but who knows. Definitely is one of the best indie games this year, but I feel like compared to Hades 2, it just doesn't really have a chance. Hades 2 is just a way more popular game. But we'll see. That's like the one award I give a crap about. It's like actually something I enjoy, and I had a very small part in its development with the beta testing. Yeah, I'm pretty much done with Zelda Musou 3. I found out last night that you have to do all those crappy gacha game objectives to get 100%. I'm pretty much done with it. I got like one video I want to make, one guide, which will probably take like 10 minutes of effort, and then I'm just gonna wait on patches. Hope that they save that game. But I don't know. I would not recommend buying that game right now. If you want a Musou game to play, better options is like Warriors Abyss or Pirate Warriors, because those games are like dirt cheap. Origins as well, but Origins update is like, you know, like 2 months away still. Pirate Warriors 4 update is in a couple days, which is why a significant segment of the stream is going to be getting the Switch file for that ready. And I just got to finish up my gacha homework first. I need to get the file to a little bit better condition to before I can make that video. Definitely way too easy to max out the battle pass in this game. It's way too easy. If I had one piece of feedback for them, I would say they either need to get rid of this limit entirely or like double it. I'm already halfway done for the week, and I've only been playing for like 20 minutes. And then at that point, it's just like doing the objectives is inefficient because you don't get any credit. But next coming weeks, I may not have a lot of time to play this, so let's see here. Got 18 more levels. Can get like what, like 6 more this week. So next week, yeah, it'll be done by the 8th, for sure. 10 levels a week, and there's like 4 weeks left. Should be Gucci. This game definitely is awesome, though. It's underrated. I think we're done on this for now. Let's go check out the Overrider update. We've got 30 pulls for skulls, well, 20. Next patch, the double purchase comes back, so probably buy this one and just get her guaranteed. They're saying you want to get her to Triple S, so I'll probably do this one, but the patch isn't until next month, so I'm saving up in the meantime. I got about 22 pulls, and then with the cash shop is getting revamped, you get a bunch of frequent purchase bonuses, so I should be almost good with what I've got, but if I cash like even a little bit, like these two, I should have enough to max her out, because they're finally fixing the problem of there only being like 2 support classes in the game with like 50 characters. So it's not one of those characters you can skip. You're gonna keep playing the game. You need that character. There is no other option. You have to have her. But I think it's good that they're diversifying the support classes, because it's definitely a problem with that game. It's having like limited amounts of like uses that you can use for a character, but then like only having like one support character is kind of dumb, actually. So it's cool that they're fixing that. She's basically going to be usable with any DPS teams. So you kind of can't skip that unit. It only took them like 3 years, but they finally fixed that problem. It's actually quite a bit worse than PGR in that regard. PGR, every element or affinity has a support class. It's just that you don't actually play with them. Most of them aren't active on the field, but in Aether Gazer, you already don't have to play them because of how the game is designed. But the issue is there's only like one that you can choose as. Alright, so let me go ahead and show you guys the patch notes really quick. Let me wait for it to load first. Alright, so new character, new hunting rank system. So I guess you just get account DXP. The current final boss is playable. Let's see what moveset she's got. I might have enough to unlock her from the jump. Big core overhaul. Difficulty balancing. Nice shop rework. Pretty solid. All right. Oh, I don't have enough. Alright, well, let's do a normal run. See how it feels, because I was doing hard before. Well, apparently how to run. Ha! Alright, well, apparently I just talked to the developer, and I have to unlock the ability to tag with the new account level system. So, if you're here for the sick tag combos, I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm talking to him right now. It's part of the reason why I had the mic muted. I'll have to play a little differently from usual, where I reset to get the tag. I guess it's unlockable now. Which, if you don't have to re-roll for it, is actually pretty darn good. We'll see. Hopefully I can clear this run. Get a full clear and get a bad experience. Oh, he's saying it's level 4, so, I don't want to torch this run. I want to get as much experience as I can. But, seems like there will be tag combos tonight. Alvi, you're still here. There's no waifus. Didn't you got another stream to watch? There's no waifus right now. Well, there is one, Miss Crimson, but I'm not playing as Miss Crimson right now. Because Miss Crimson is more fun when you can tag. Actually, there's probably going to be PGR after this segment of the stream, so there'll be more waifus. This build is pretty cool. The drones firing constantly. It's pretty awesome. Oh good, another Miss Crimson upgrade. Yeah, this game is definitely one of the better games I've played this year. The epitome of a underrated game, for sure. This game is pretty good. They just keep making it better. I'm just having a hard time getting the word out, so I'm trying to help as much as I can, but you guys know I'm not really a big streamer myself. Let's see here. I think I should probably... Well, no, I should get the, slot upgrade. Better than Double Dragon Revive, yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Maybe not. I actually really like the way this game looks. The puppet animation is actually, like, really high quality. It's definitely better than something like Arisen Force. Puppet animation isn't like the devil. I prefer to have, like, more stable animation for a game like this, but this game does it quite well. This game also really has a abnormally high sense of impact for using puppet animation that games that use this animation style usually don't have that. Arisen Force is a good example. You actually feel like you're hitting things in this game, which is not what most puppet animation games have. The art style of this game is also really cool, too. I mean, I've definitely got way like 8 times the hours in this than Double Dragon Revive, and Revive's been out for like a month now. I put that much time into Absalom beta testing in like the first week. Yeah, there's a nice collection of belt-scrolling roguelikes now. It's not just Absalom. I really need to buckle down and make a video about that. How many awesome roguelikes there are now that are beat-em-ups. Have like really good gameplay. It's probably going to be a while before Absalom gets an update, so this just got one. I think this runs in the bag. Got a pretty good build here. I'm excited to see what happens when I unlock everything. Like, how many upgrades I get, because it's all going to be, like, new stuff, I think. I don't think it's going to be, like, old stuff that I already had. Well, Revive hasn't gotten a single patch. It's been out for like a month now. They haven't even done like a bug fix, like any kind of hot fix or anything. That says a lot. The silence is golden, pretty much. You know, if you watched my first playthrough of that game, a blind playthrough that I did on release day, you would know how buggy that game was. Just playing it normally, like it was barely keeping it together. The fact that they haven't even done like any kind of bug fix is very telling, because it needs that more than more content right now. But they haven't done anything to it. That's not a good sign. I'd think that there would at least be some kind of budget for like hot fixing at least. I can understand if it didn't do well to get content, but the fact that they haven't fixed anything is like looks really bad. They charge $40 for that game, and I could just play this, and these guys are working with way less resources. The combat is better. And they also fix things pretty quick, and they're receptive to feedback. I mean, this is kind of what I want to support more. Not just because they're the underdog. It actually is just a straight better game. The few people that play this all told the developers that, you know, it would be nice if we could tag, and they added it. Well, I think, despite my preferences for combat with having tags and stuff, it's good to support developers that actually listen. Pretty much any game you make, you need to listen to the community if they're not making stupid requests like adding 80 more characters to the game. You know, like tagging was clearly not that hard for them to add because they did it pretty quickly. It was like the next patch, I think. Let's see here. Got one more slot. Getting the laser actually would be pretty cool. Yeah, I could use a little bit more DPS. Upgrade the slot and then heal. much got an almost maxed out character already. Go ahead and save the rest. I think we're good. This boss cannot take zoning. This is the perfect matchup for this boss. This is a really bad matchup for this boss because this boss is all designed around you know, getting a punish. She keeps teleporting, so you have to get the punish to get a combo. But because I have all the ranged attacks, she basically can't fight back. It's nice to have a game actually let you do stuff like that. It's a pretty good boss fight, actually. Really teaches you how to dodge attacks and not just button mash. But I guess if you have, like, 4 drones shooting artillery, you know, there's nothing that she can do. She's completely helpless. She has no answer for that at all. Final boss should be relatively easy because I can probably lock down. This background looks so cool. Really nice. Alright, time for the boss, and hopefully fat upgrades. Oh good, I can play as her. Probably the most fun new character. Very Alvi adjacent, this new character. She just got added in the last patch. Very fun to play. Be some sick combos when I get tagging back. Alright, should be good for the boss now. Go ahead and grab some crystals. Got a mostly maxed out meta tree. Alright, final shopping trip. Let's see. Best stuff here. Shield just to clear out the run. GG's. was supposed to unlock at level 4, but it didn't for some reason. I mean, I'm probably like the main person playing this right now, so maybe it is a bug. I don't have the slightest idea. It's not unlocking. Let me see if I can get one more of these orbs to play as the whip boss. I only need one more. Let's see. Override 100 times. That's pretty easy to get. Yeah, I think if I just do one more run, should be good to go. Alright, we'll do one more. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this on normal. I told them I was gonna make footage for this to help them promote it, so kinda need to grind up the new stuff before I could do that. Let's see what unlocks after this run. There should be another couple runs minimum. Another couple levels, I mean. Wonder if it's going to be like a permanent upgrade or if it's just added to the pool. I'm not quite sure. Seems like everything has been like additions to the pool and not just like flat, like permanent upgrades. Which sucks, because I kind of don't like how you have to constantly reset the game if you want to play that way. We'll see. Looked like it was going to take like another full run to unlock it, so... let's see here. Salvo launch is actually pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that and try to get some kind of shield. I don't really want any of these, actually. So just go for the drone again. The drone was pretty good. Really locking down the bosses. Bosses just get shut down so hard. Oh, it's right here. Oh, well, there you go. Nice. Alright, well... time to tag. What do we got here? Shield generator. Oh, I don't have enough cash. That sucks. Oh yeah, there it is right there. Hyper reassembly. Insufficient funds currently. think I just broke the game. I think I just got a bugged game mechanic. Oh man. Can I fix it, please? Alright, please go to the next area. I know you've left this mortal coil, but can you please fix? Why did I do that? It's no. I hate stuff like this. It doesn't fix. Please go to the right. How do I get back? It's so annoying. I don't know why it did that. It's just decided to stop working. Give me my run back. Give me my run back, please. I'll lose everything because of that. So obnoxious. Yes, give me my run back. Fucking lost everything, man. Fuck. So irritating. Why does it do that? It's like, fine. The only thing I did was switch characters. I tried to override and the whole thing broke. Alright, well, at least it somewhat recovered. Well, I have to do this boss again. That's dumb. What the hell was wrong with it? I guess it's because I did it, like, right when the timer expired. At least it gave me tag. I don't think it changes the seed when that happens, so it could be worse. Yeah, the seed didn't reset. So I guess when you have a bug like that, the one good thing about it is that it doesn't change the seed. So the RNG is seeded the exact same way as it would have been if that didn't crash or soft lock, which is nice. I think seeds only the RNG only changes in this game when you like go back to town and you start a new run, which I prefer. If the game crashes and no fault of my own, I want to be able to get the same stuff that I had before. I don't want a different seed. Let's try to recover here. That was definitely a pretty big setback. Should be alright though. Guess just don't override before it ends. I'm gonna take the minigun shots. Got here. If I could get Jonin, that would be pretty good. I'll go ahead and burn my rerolls here. Well, it seems like the rerolls are broken because it just kept giving me the same stats. What do we got here? Oh, shield generator is pretty much an automatic win if you kill stuff quick, so that's optimal choice. Upgrade slot 2 is obvious. Save the rest. I have a problem here. What's that? DSP was right. He's right. This is the epitome of bugged game mechanics right here. It's having a hard time. Oh, wait. I just, hacked into the Matrix and it fixed itself. Alright, well, I guess I don't have to fight the boss. It was having a really hard time there. I don't know what the heck happened. I got like 1,000 crystals for doing that too. This stream is just becoming a video essay on why DSP is sometimes right. Stuff like that is not it's not a skill issue. It literally was just broken. I don't know what the heck that was. Well, luckily I'm in contact with the developer, so I can send him that footage. I think streaming this game every time I play it is gonna be the way to go. It's gonna keep freaking out like that. I don't know what that was, man. That was weird. It's complete. Okay, good. Don't glitch again, please. Have you recovered? You okay, video game? Do you need to talk? You need some therapy? Let's stay stable here. Let's not do that again. This is a pretty major update. You said, like, change a lot of the build stuff, so I guess some things aren't working as intended. But, luckily I stream most of my, my time playing this, so I will send him the VOD after I'm done. Mega cursed. Just gotta get to the next shop and I can buy out, like, everything because the game bugged and kept giving me more money. Yeah, he hasn't talked about when the next update is. So obviously he doesn't have any kind of publisher, so he doesn't have any obligation to rush it out like you know, Borderlands or something. It's done when it's done. That game is quite stable already, so you know, he clearly has a very high quality standard, higher than AAA games. I think the only time I ever encountered a bug in that game was like the first patch of it, and you know, he fixed it pretty quick. No, I don't think he likes to commit to release dates. I think he just likes to, you know, when it's done, it's done. Which is fine, honestly. Even with the bugs, this game is still, like, really high quality. And it does have quick save, so when weird stuff like that happens, you can typically recover. And like I said earlier, when it glitched out, that previous soft lock, the RNG is the same, so even if it puts you back a couple fights, you can still get back what you had. So it's the best possible outcome for having stuff like that in the game in the first place. Alright, time to buy out everything. This is like the right way to do a boss that breaks out of combos. It's actually quite a bit better than like Marvel Cosmic Invasion, where they barely stagger to anything. This boss basically just teaches you how to dodge and punish. That's really all it is. Boss is fine. If you're gonna make a boss that keeps bursting out of combos, it should be like this. She has a limit to how many times you can do it, and if you punish her attack, you get a guaranteed combo. It's pretty crazy that this, like, small game made by a few people gets that kind of boss gimmick better than big games. It's simple, right? It's like, have them burst out of combos, but, you know, you should have, like, some kind of ability to stop them at some point and be able to do hit stun for, like, at least a couple seconds. Marvel Cosmic Invasion is not like that, though. They walk out of it constantly, and they have like no gravity, so the boss fights in this game are quite a bit better, but they're not perfect, but good balance between being able to bully them and actually having them fight back. You know, if you counter and you have the apprentice, and you counter properly, I mean, you can basically keep them in a combo, but that takes skill. It's properly rewarding you at that point. You gotta be careful to not override anybody when the room is about to end, because that's what caused it to soft lock last time. I definitely would be playing this a lot more than Cosmic Invasion. I definitely will play this a lot more. Unfortunately, this game doesn't run very well on Steam Deck. I mean, they said that they did some optimization, so I can test that out on my own time, but for kitty sitting stream purposes, maybe I'll play Cosmic Invasion, but other than that, I'm not really interested. Unless they fix those boss fights. At least have like some kind of modifier that lets you actually do hit stun. Alright, well this should be a pretty fat upgrade to the account level. Hopefully I get an achievement as well. Even that boss bursts out a lot, but you can still do hit stun. I also really like how starting hit stun in this game is really good. Basically, the way it works is if you use your super and they are in hyper armor, meaning that they're countering or they're doing something that gives them hyper armor, it breaks them out, which I think is awesome. It's actually a lot like Destiny Remake in that regard, where if they were going to do a blast caliber, you could hit them out of it. You could counter it by doing that. It's basically how it works here. It's guaranteed hit stun. Very well-designed game, despite the bugs. You don't need games to be perfect, but I could look past the bugs a lot easier. The game is actually fun to play, which is this game in a nutshell. They've been pretty quick at fixing bugs, so I think guys like watching this game. I will probably do more stream segments of it. Do you guys like watching this game? because I think with I'm like the main person that's helping them knock out bugs. It's probably best that I stream this. They can exactly get like what causes it and how to fix it. But if people don't like this game, I'll play it in private. It does kind of make this game not great for long-form content, though. Weird stuff like that happens. It's not exactly, well, it's somewhat easy to recover, but not what I would prefer. You guys actually like watching this game? 'Cause I sure like playing it. It's one of the best action roguelikes out there that nobody knows about. Let's see here. Actually, not very good stuff in here this time. None of this is relevant to what I'm currently doing. I'm just going to keep it as is. More than enough to beat the game. GG's. That was a good run. Despite all the bugs, that was a good run. Very front-loaded run. After the bugs stopped happening, pretty much it was very clear, very clean. Ah, there we go, it's right there. So I guess it's level 5. Oops. Oh wow, 5 achievements. Nice. Alright, so let's try out Ritsuko. Should be unlockable now. What do we got here? Can't attack yet, huh? I think I can unlock another character too. Roxanne. Better to go for the one that's more expensive, huh? Alright, so got everybody but Yokozuna. Next run, should be able to get him. Let's check out this moveset. It's time to switch games. What do we got here? Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Alright, whether this run continues or I switch games is going to depend on whether I get the tag again. Also, there's a kitty in the back. That's why this is a good game. They have an orange kitty in the back. Get out of the way, train. I want to see the kitty. It's probably one of their cats. There he is. Free cats. Yes. I'll take it. Alright, gotta get to the first checkpoint. See if I get tagging, otherwise I'm gonna switch games, because I got 2 more games to play this stream minimum. Pirate Warriors 4. I might do my PGR homework, or I might do Gunfire Reborn with the martial artist guy. That's probably the rest of the stream, because I was thinking of doing a theme stream about first-person games with melee combat. I think that would be a really fun theme stream, and I've only beaten one of those games, so I think people would like that. Would you guys prefer that? Does that sound like a fun theme stream? A little bit, not really different from the norm. Especially Mortal Sin. That game literally is just a first-person beat 'em up. There's like very limited ranged ammo in that game. It's almost completely melee. I've had those games backlogged for a while. I was thinking about that today. That might be something fun to do. Since I finished with Age of Imprisonment way faster than I thought. All I have left in that game is boring busy work. I have nothing interesting left to do in that game, so that might be something to break the mold a little bit. I have Voin, Mortal Sin, and Gunfire Reborn. I'll have like a melee combat focus. I might do some of that tonight. We'll see how I feel like, depending on how this run goes. If it gives me tagging quick, I'll keep playing this, otherwise I'll switch. Alright, should be right here. I got 5 rerolls, so hopefully I can get it. Good. Alright, well, we're gonna finish this run then, and then switch games. Got enough cash money for anything. None of this is really that great anyway. Crap selection. I'll take the shield. Nice, no damage. No damage. Clean fight. Well, I'm definitely gonna finish this run right now, and then we'll move on to the next segment. I gotta check out her evolution mods, because she literally just came out like 2 hours ago. Check out that stuff first before I mess with anything else. A shield upgrade, probably be ideal. Basically already confirmed that this run is going to clear. I'm gonna go ahead and save. None of this is really that great. Leave it as is. Save up for the next shot. Let's see if there's some better stuff this time. Not really. Grab the cores, slot 2, attack. Ideally, the orbital laser would be like really good right now. I guess I'm just gonna save up. Next shop should just have to take whatever's there. this is going to be the last Overrider run for this stream. I did 3 runs in a row. I think I'm more than ready to do a video. I think this will be the end of it. I'll move on to the other stuff I had planned, which is PGR and Pirate Warriors. Just gonna do both of those tonight, so should probably take a break from this. Pace of a full salvo launch. Nah, concussion's probably better. It's not like it matters. Mirror match. This game is so awesome. Combat is so good. GG's. 3 straight clears in a row. Basically just got to unlock the passive tree and then unlock him, see how he plays. Other than that, everything's done. Some of these Chivos. Yeah, I love this game. Very underrated. Good game that just can't get the word out. Alright, I want to hop on PGR and finish up Pain Cage. Oh wait, there's some exciting news here. Let me pull this up. Some exciting news that is very relevant to past content. Hold on. Holy shit. Wow. Alright, so let me explain what this is. Let me change scenes here. Let me explain what this is. Give me a sec here. So what this is Somebody has ripped the animations from Peak of Combat, both the original one and 2.0. So what this essentially means is that, as it says here, it's going to be a while before there's movesets. Uh, if you're not aware, Peak of Combat 1.0, and then by proxy, the current version has a lot of animations that are not recycled. You might think at first glance, a mobile game based on DMC that they're just going to recycle everything. No, they actually did like entire new movesets that were not taken from anywhere else. Uh, so what this essentially means is that if somebody wants to do it, and I place heavy emphasis on if they want to do it, we could potentially get the movesets from Peak of Combat 1.0, which would be incredible because there was a lot of cool stuff in that game. There was the axe. The axe was completely unique. They brought back Agni and Rudra, and they like doubled the moveset. There was the shurikens for Virgil as well. Um, and then I guess all the stuff from 2.0, but 2.0, a large chunk of the moves and animations and stuff are just recycled from 1.0. So it's actually quite exciting. Uh, this is actually insane news. But who knows if anything's gonna come out of this anytime soon? But this is nuts. So they got 1.0 of Dante. So that would be like Agni and Rudra, all the new Beowulf stuff, the axe. Lady actually probably isn't much different than what's currently in the current Peak of Combat. They have Trish in here as well. Maybe somebody will just add Trish to the game. this, but she has a lot less to work with compared to the originals. 1.0 only had Dante, Lady, and Virgil, and Lady had like way less stuff. It was mostly Dante and Virgil. So Lady, unfortunately, is not very exciting. Uh, but yeah, somebody could probably make something pretty sick from this. That's insane news, man. That was not what I was expecting to hear anytime soon. Alright, give me a moment to go to the bathroom, and I will hop on PGR, make Alvy happy. I gotta finish up my pain cage placements, and then we'll hop on Pirate Warriors. Because I gotta play at least a couple hours of that a day to get ready for that video. I will be right back. Alright, let's, short PGR session, because I kind of need to have a snack. So, rather than take a break on stream, I'll just, do some Pirate Warriors after this, and then... some Pirate Warriors after this, and then, probably stop for now. What's interesting is that, Dante and Virgil, in this game, they don't have any new moves. So, like, if somebody ripped the animations from this, it wouldn't do any good. Peak of Combat, on the other hand, has some pretty cool stuff that they could harvest from it, like all the new moves for the existing weapons, and then the new weapons as well. That's huge. They could potentially add, like, new weapons to the game. That is probably some of the biggest news we're going to get in a character action game for a long time. That is absolutely nuts that that is even a possibility. I thought that everything from that game was lost, but I guess not. You can bet that if anything comes of that, I'll definitely update you guys as soon as possible. I definitely want to play with those movesets again. Especially because I spent a decent amount of money on that game before they ran it into the ground. So, that'd be pretty sick. Especially like Agni and Rudra, which is, like I said, is a completely unique moveset. Like, barely any of it is recycled. They basically redid the whole moveset. That is, insane news. But, like I said, it's probably gonna be, like, minimum couple months before anything actually comes of that, but that's awesome. Because unlike other gacha games, that shit really needed to be preserved. There's some sick movesets in that game. Might be a little bit overpowered. It's maxed out with weapon and residences and everything, because Dark Team still has a moral support character. This character right here, you use her like 5% of the time you're fighting. She's what I call a moral support character in this game. She's there to give you stats, and that's it. I hope that she gets replaced soon. I'm tired of characters you don't play as. I actually kind of like that about Aether Gazer. Kind of getting away from that design. Moral support characters. Give you some kind of buff when they're trash to play as. Aether Gazer definitely was worse than this by far. They made the movesets better. But after they made the movesets better, it's sometimes I prefer playing it over this. Just because I have to play as characters I don't like. There you go.
全ての罪を清めたまえ。昼も夜もずっとあなたと共に進みます。
Alright, that's it for ETR. Need to urgently hop on One Piece so I can make that video. I've got like 2 days. A very limited time. I gotta at least like finish the story. I'm definitely not gonna stream all of it, but I guess if I'm gonna be playing Muso games, that's probably gonna be the priority. I don't have enough money for the DLC characters, but that's kind of irrelevant. It's mostly just testing out the new update is all that really matters. Alright, I'll go ahead and do my Warzone placements later, because I have to build up a character, and that's very boring to watch. So let's hop on One Piece. Have anything else really to do on here at the moment. Alright. It's gonna take a little while to set up, so bear with me here. Alright, never mind. That took like barely a minute. Alright. Let's see here. What do they got in news? Is there like a Black Friday sale or something I saw? How about updating the game? You gonna update the game? Update the game, please. Like, alright. Add back the EX moves that they took out. They had the EX moves in this version that made the game, like, even more fun to play, but then they updated and took them out, and then they stopped supporting it. Yeah, no update in sight. They're just, trying to show it. Alright, cool, I guess. I've been hearing people have been crashing out over this. Crashing out over this because they have an annoying NPC that keeps talking. I don't know why they keep doing that. They did the same thing in Prime 3. And people constantly talking. I'm like, isn't the whole point of Metroid supposed to be isolation? A break from most first-person shooters these days where somebody is always talking? That really sucks to hear. I hope that guy, like, gets retired at some point. Probably dies after the tutorial, most likely, just because it's Metroid. I mean, what other outcome is there? Probably dies. That sucks to hear, though. I was kind of interested in that, but if they're gonna be having people giving you mission briefings and stuff constantly, I don't know if I'm down for that, to be honest. I already am one of those people that think that Prime 1 is, like, the best one. And, like, 2 is still good, but, like, way worse. And then, like, 3 was just objectively the worst one. So, if they can at least get it back to Prime 2 quality, I think that would be... That'd be pretty decent. Who knows at this point? I'll definitely watch some streams of it, but it's like $80, so I don't know how much I care. Let's see here. Actually, let me check JP. See if the Muso games are on sale. Because I'm trying to make a comprehensive video, but these games like never go on sale. No, it's not on sale. I hope it's not. I hope it's not Borderlands level of yapping where you can't do anything until they stop talking. Quite a bit worse than like an old Muso game. I hope that it's not like that. Who knows? The people who have review keys are probably under strict embargo. So, who knows? It definitely sucks to hear that, though. I really don't want it to decline like that more than it already has. Metroid Dread was pretty good about it. It was only at, like, certain parts, and in the cutscenes, and the cutscenes were, like, very few and far between. They're such a small chunk of, like, playing the game, so... I guess it'll depend. I'm just not sure why they would bother even making a change like that when Prime, Dread was pretty hands-off with, like, it gave you hints, but there wasn't, like, an excessive amount of talking. I have other gaming expenses next month anyway, so I'm not entirely sure if I was going to play in the first place, but after I heard that, I definitely lost a lot of interest. It's the main thing I can't stand is when games do shit like that. Most likely he doesn't survive. I really don't see how they can do a Metroid game where there is an NPC that is constantly talking. I really don't think that they would do that. Most likely he dies or goes back to base or something, but the fact that they even entertain the idea of doing that is dumb. Despite Dread coming out in like 2021, like right in the heat of the pandemic, it was very hands-off with not doing stuff like that, keeping it pretty hands-off. You know, there were hints, but there wasn't an excessive amount of talking and, you know, just constantly being held back by people chatting too much. So, I hope that they maintain that design. I mean, they've been toying with doing stuff for that, like that for a while. Other M was like that, and it was really dumb because you had to get authorization to use stuff that you already had, which, you know, like an actual military situation, you know, that is that is something that happens, but it's like you're playing as a character who has like crazy powers in this armored suit in like way more escalated situations than anything that goes on in real life. Why does she have to get authorization to use something? It just doesn't make any sense. That makes more sense in a Call of Duty type game where it's at least somewhat grounded in reality. Although I heard that the new Call of Duty just straight up has like big monsters you fight and shit, but the previous Call of Duties were relatively grounded in reality. It would make sense to have a character, you know, tell you you're not authorized or cleared to do something. But like, there's literally a part in Other M where you go into like the lava part of the ship, and Adam doesn't authorize you to use the barrier suit until you're like several minutes into it. It just doesn't make any sense. It's dumb. Even outside of the suspension of disbelief with video game logic, it makes no sense. So, I hope they're not going to go down that path again. There's a reason why most people don't even talk about Other M, how much of a character and game design assassination it was. Doing stuff like that that should not have any place in a Metroid game. Fusion was already a slippery slope with how much talking that game had and how much it kind of killed the replay value because you couldn't skip any of it. The story in that game was good. I'm not saying it because I'm not really a story-oriented gamer. The story was good. The problem was it was mashing through minutes and minutes of text every time you wanted to play that game, and they've progressively been getting further and further down that path. Prime 3 had a lot of it as well. Dread had it to a degree, but not too bad. But if they've really degraded to the point where they're just going to have somebody talking incessantly, then that's just Borderlands syndrome, if you ask me. I mean, they've been making, like, semi-realistic military shooters for, like, 20 years now. I think people shouldn't be surprised that they're doing stuff like that. I mean, it's definitely weird how it's just kind of happening in, like, one game instead of it being a more gradual thing like what's happening with Metroid. But that really does not surprise me at all. There's only so many hard-boiled, grounded in reality military thrillers you can make. It's not the most interesting setting for a video game. Call of Duty is definitely a big part of why it's why that setting is so burned out. They really ran it into the ground in the PS3 and 360 era. But having it just kind of happen instantly over one game is really weird. Metroid having interruptions like a modern AAA game was something that happened over the course of a long period of time. It was not something that happened overnight. It really started with Fusion. Fusion was very text-heavy, which was fine the first time you play the game. The story in that game is actually really good. The atmosphere of that game and everything is awesome, but they didn't really think about, wait a minute, if somebody wants to play this again, they have to mash through like 30 minutes of text every time they play it, which couldn't be farther from how the previous games were designed. There was still talking, but nowhere near to that extent. Not to the point where it really got in the way of, replay. Fusion on a Zero mission was basically a return to form. There's like maybe like an entire paragraph of text in that game. It was back to how it was before. You know, there was text if it was needed, but not like an excessive like Borderlands level of over-explaining things and interrupting what you're doing. Other M was like the really big decline with how they designed the game. Well, even so, trying to make military shooters for like 18 straight years with no break is obviously going to have some setting fatigue. That's why, like, around the time of Dynasty Warriors 6, they made the Strike Force games where you literally turn Super Saiyan and you can fly and stuff, and it was, it definitely was divisive on whether people liked it, but I thought it was a cool idea to kind of stop a little bit of that fatigue. Because with, like, Dynasty Warriors, the problem is mostly just, it's not necessarily the setting, because even with so many Chinese gacha games and stuff, like, having that kind of setting is actually still uncommon. The problem was mostly just, narrative-wise, it was retelling the same story over and over and over. So that game was kind of interesting narratively as well, because basically everybody was united. They were united against the demons, so it kind of got rid of a lot of the repetition of, you know, the same story being retold for the 50th time. I thought that that was a cool way to, you know, make it different. I resonated with it a lot. I think they did it at a good time. I'm surprised they haven't, like, done that again, because it was a good idea. The Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors are just interesting, because, like, the settings aren't really that played out. I'd argue generic military shooters are way overdone right now. Problem with Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors is just constantly retelling the story with, like, minute changes. You know, they'll add somebody that helps to kind of flesh out a certain part of the story, but it is pretty much the same thing. Like, if you want story for Dynasty Warriors, I mean, the best choice is still Dynasty Warriors 7, which gives you, like, a pretty good summarization of what it was like back then. Obviously, with a lot of liberties. They weren't doing air combos to each other, but the storytelling in Dynasty Warriors 7 is, like, really good. They still haven't really come close to that narratively. I've pretty much been skipping cutscenes since that game. Origins is a step in the right direction. The problem with Origins is that it's only, you know, like a third of the story, so I don't know if they're planning to do, like, another one that's gonna have more of it, but 7 is still the best Dynasty Warriors game if you care about story. Nothing else even comes close, which is part of why that's the main source of fatigue with that franchise. The only really good retelling of the story was literally like 15 years ago. There hasn't been anything that's come close since. And Origins tried its best, but the decision to make it like a, you know, licensed anime game and only cover up to a certain part really pulls it back to where, like, if you can put up with the age of Dynasty Warriors 7 graphics and mechanics, like, that would still be the game I would recommend to people that want to learn more about the series and the history. That's kind of the problem this game has as well, but this is more of a problem of the manga and anime are just, like, never ending. The guy's like nowhere near done doing it, which is why this game keeps getting DLC. There's no way that they would have put like Gear 5 Luffy in this game if there had any semblance of a chance of making a Pirate Warriors 5. Like, they would not do that. That's the kind of character that would sell a game by himself. But it's just going at such a glacial pace, you know, it's like nowhere near done. That's why they're putting them in this game. It's only going to get worse from here. That's what really sucks about it. If you like One Piece games, the fact that they're only going to do 26 episodes a year instead of 52 is going to make these games slow down even more. It's just... I will not be surprised if, like, next year they just randomly put out, like, another character pack for this. Like, that decision is really going to hold back these games even more than it already has. They probably feel like they don't want to add new maps, because that's, like, the main thing that they have to get people to buy a new one at this point, because they've already added like most of the popular characters that were given new forms or whatever after this game released. Yeah, but Call of Duty didn't have, like, giant raid bosses. It's just... no easing people into that idea at all. It's just, oh, hey, we're just gonna have you fight ninjas and robots and big, giant God of War bosses in Call of Duty just overnight. I've also heard that game has, AI art in it, which is hilarious because it's like an $80 game. What excuse do you have to put AI slop in a game that expensive? Come on. Seriously? You got games like Wendigo Blue made by one guy with completely original art made by himself, and you're telling me that 800 studios they have working on Call of Duty get it out every year, they can't do it. That shit is just depressing, man. It's not even like good-looking AI art. It's literally the Studio Ghibli art. Like everybody uses in their AI slop. You go on like the Kingdom Hearts Reddit, like somebody's like, oh, I made a Ghibli version of Sora. I'm like, no, you didn't make anything. You didn't make anything. You typed a prompt into a text box. And you stole art from somebody. You know, AI is just stealing from somebody that can actually draw. I can't believe that, like, AAA game has that stuff in it. The worst video game franchise right there. That and League of Legends. They're gonna keep making them until people stop buying them. As much as people complain about them, they keep buying them. People don't understand that's like a big part of it. They're not gonna stop until people stop buying it. It's that simple. It's just like when people complain about like cozy games on Nintendo Directs. Like, yeah, I think those games are dreadfully boring, but I also understand, like, dude, they make those games for a reason. People actually play them. Well, there's obviously an audience for it. The last Animal Crossing was a bestseller during the pandemic. It outsold like every other Animal Crossing game combined. A literal like 30-year-old franchise. So it really bothers me when people do stuff like that. Like, yeah, I'm not interested in it. The announcement of those of the direct, I'm not really going to pay attention to it. But I understand that like there's an audience for it. Problem with Call of Duty is it's the same thing every year. People complain about how it's the worst one, but then it's still like a bestseller. It's like, well then, make it so that it's declining. Make it so that it's declining, and then they have to make changes. Clearly not putting AI slop in that game because it's declining. It's because they're being cheapskates. Obviously they have the money to pay an artist. They're like, if the pressure of having to put out a Call of Duty every year is that bad, that they have to resort to AI slop in like a $80 game, then they should simply not put out one every year. Tales was the same thing. Tales was like Call of Duty and Guitar Hero, getting a game like every year. Ironically, the interesting thing about Tales compared to like Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed, which got run into the ground from annualizing, is like the annual games for Tales were like actually quite good. You know, there was Vesperia. I mean, the only ones that were like really kind of not great was Symphonia 2 and Zestiria, but Zestiria doesn't even count because that was when they stopped the annualizing. Tales put out some pretty good stuff during the era where they were putting one out every year. It's just kind of interesting because like Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed have been doing it non-stop for like almost 20 years now, and the quality is all over the place. We got like Innocents Are, Hearts Are, we got Vesperia, Graces, PS3 versions for both. We got Xillia 1 and Xillia 2 in that time period. Also Vanilla Innocents and Hearts during that time period as well. Those are all like pretty good games. Call of Duty with way more resources can't do that. Anyway, I'm starting to get pretty hungry. I'm going to take a break. However, since I started early today, I started at like 8. I will most likely come back. Either in here or in my Discord, I'll come back because I definitely need to prioritize this. Hopefully I can get through the treasure log and then maybe the story if I just put it on easy. I'm not going to be doing the new characters. I don't have the money right now. I'm not going to be doing that, barring any kind of support from you guys. But I do want to get the file a little bit better, so this will probably be the main stream contents for the next couple days, because I did pretty much everything in this. The only thing that's left is the side quests, which are just like gacha game homework, but without the rewards. The rewards are terrible. I think all you get for 100% is a cutscene. And like, if I cared about that, I could just watch it. But yeah, I probably will not be streaming this much more until the update. Maybe a little bit on the side, maybe towards the end of streams, like the final segment, I might do some grinding. But the grind in this game is really bad. It's just as bad as Age of Calamity. Doing maximization content for this game is terrible. Anyway, I will be back after I grab something to eat, most likely. Either in Discord or in here on my main. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. I'm actually starting to get pretty hungry. I think I should eat something. And then maybe do some more gaming after that. I'll see you guys later tonight, most likely. If not in the